moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Spring is here with an explosion of energy, of a brightness, of light. This is exciting. Hello everyone, I'm Meilin Ehlke, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast. I love this time of year because there is strength, determination, and oomph in this world, especially here in the Northern Hemisphere. There is a movement, there is an expansion of light, right? There is green pushing through the brown earth, and the browns may be almost black in some areas, or reddish or beigeish, but these plants are pushing through with a force of expressing themselves and saying, here I am. And I'm gonna be this beautiful being this year that I am. And I hope after our winter, the time, right, where we contemplate, where we rest, where we take it easy because it's darker longer, where we cuddle inside, where we slow down, and maybe even dim our light a little bit to be more with ourselves. Maybe you have a thought about what you want to do this year, because after last year, right, you have decided to be more and more of who you are and bring that into the world and put your essence into your products and your services, and found ways to do that. So, but now there is time to bring also that movement of spring into your life, to set that energy free. So maybe your body wants to move now again, or stretch a little bit, dance a little bit, sing a little bit, right? Free up your body, expand and move it to music or no music, right? If you stand somewhere still and just you go into conversation and awareness with your body and see what fingertip wants to start moving, or a toe, or maybe the knee, and it brings you into a new rhythm. Because even if you have maybe planned, we as humanity love to do, you're very spiritual, so you probably do it much less. But the cosmos is also bringing newness, also this high vibration, sun rays onto this earth, moon rays, starlight, right? The wind is crispy. And that, what is it doing with you? What is it bringing out in you? Again, there's a desire for you to move, right? This spring, it is inviting you to say, hello. All of my body parts want to move. I want to create something new. I want to roam through the world. And yes, why do you want to roam? Because this, to synchronize with that energy, this pop, 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 everywhere, right? The buds are opening, or out of the dormant stems, green tips are coming out, or the roses are pushing out, the bulbs of the tulips and many others. God, they have strength. They got power. And so do you. They can just push the dry earth aside, or up, sideways, diagonal, and you as well. So go into communication with these plants that are coming out now, right? And see what they're teaching you. They have so many, we're learning about that. They have so many more senses. They can also hear so well. They also create sounds. So what sounds have you not made? What have you tucked deep inside and that wants to come outside and be spoken now? Or sung? Or written? Right? Or what energy wants to be put in food, into artwork, into mechanics, into new materials, sustainable materials, organic materials, right? There is this movement of growth. And if you could see me, my hands are twirling up like a bean sprout. And I've always been so excited about spring. First of all, it's my birthday month. I'm an Aries, but also the forms in architecture, this roundness, not just roundness, but this ovalness or this spiraling of plants that go up, of trees communicating with the wind, communicating with the sunlight, or with the vortexes they're growing in. So Art Deco, Baroque architecture, Art Nouveau, right? This has been, for me, so beautiful artwork. First of all, the materials they've used, so much wood. And then they brought these sensual plants into doorways and into beds, into walls, into objects. So what beautiful materials or forms can you create with your work? Because materials are our medicine. Anything we take into our hand, does it really fit into our hand? Does it feel comfortable when we sit on it? The material, does it feel like when it's clothing like a second skin, or when you touch it, you feel comfortable, right? Cotton, silk, linen, hemp, wool. It communicates. It's medicine. So if I have a wish, please, everyone who is creating or buying less of synthetics, so we can communicate with the marketplace. So they bring us more of these natural materials back, and the creative artisans or minds that are more and more popping up everywhere. This new generation is so in tune with nature. They cherish nature. They have a sense for it. We have been, so I'm now end of the 50s, we have been a little dumbed down, yes, but also numbed for not going into relation with nature. Yeah, and we're bringing that back. So when you go outside, touch the bark, touch a leaf, touch a petal, and see what nature is doing that you're not doing, right? What you can bring back into your life. Are there things you really don't desire or like? Select them out. That's why they have the word spring cleaning, right? That where you select out things so other things can come in. They're more for you, that raise your vibration, so you can express out what you're here to create, so you can shine more brighter, that your colors of light are seen afar, that they can, right, when you expand and your light moves, it touches others and you go into communication. It touches a tree, a plant, even in a mountain or the soil. You go and feel more comfortable. You don't feel alone. You feel supported. So spring is about nutrition. So what nutrients can you get out of clothing, materials, objects that are in your home? Even in your office, how can you bring more plants into your office? Even we do have computers, but what is below the computer? Are these natural tables, or what are you sitting on? Or what are you writing with? Yeah, maybe it's a wooden pencil or a metal, or is it plastic? So we can look, or I can look, you can look what feels comfortable, what contracts when you take it into your hand, and what expands you, so that you can use that strength and that's inside to push out. Because every time when you contract, right, we're holding in our light, or you're holding in your light, I'm holding in my light, and I'm done with that. And maybe you are done with it too. So bring it out, push it aside. But also, what do you spend your time with? Is that nutrition for you? Is it enliving you, creating vibrancy within your body, in your mind, in your creativity? Or is it stagnant if it feels heavy? Yeah? And I don't have to do abrupt change. So everything is slow. Even when I was talking about the spring cleaning, if a curtain has collected dust and you wash it, maybe with organic soaps, then it also gets brighter and lighter. So your whole home becomes brighter and you have a better feeling. You're happier. In German, we have the word Heiterkeit, right? There's laughter, more love. You feel like sharing. You feel like enveloping someone with your light, and others feel that, and then synchronize it and do it too. So that's the fastest way to spread love, light, laughter into the world. But what's also interesting, all these buds that are popping, they're creating energy, strength. So the determination I was talking about, are you determined to do that? And I know you are. And say yes to your own determination. Give yourself the not allowance, it's money. Allow yourself to open up, to be bright, and try out new ways, maybe of speaking, new vocabulary. Also, your strength of your body, strengthen your body again. Maybe you have sat a little bit more over the winter. That's normal, right? That is because we have been pulling inner energy over the winter. But now, strengthen our muscle in whatever way that suits you, that works for you. And gently. It's all about softness, gentleness. And you can do it slow. You start with a minute, because I don't want that you tear a muscle or your tendons are over flexed, right? And it adds up. But there is a decision you make to now live who you are. You found it out. You're a beautiful light being. Shine that light this year, right? As you expand, the tightness moves away, and it will not come back, because your light is brighter than ever before. And others are not able to dim it, because what happens? If you're really bright, they become brighter. This is the fascinating thing. Our own decision, doesn't matter how small, but if there are many, 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 many tiny ones, they change everything out there. And others are able to synchronize, and you are here to create change, and that is the change, your tiny decisions. You came here now to shine your light, your love, and come together with everything that exists, right? Otherwise, why would you listen to a podcast called A Oneness? Because you can feel it, because you know it is so important that we come together with nature, with the cosmos, with the stars, and that you are this oneness as well. So this is going to be an exciting year. It is, I can feel it. I know there's a lot of going on in this world. So that's why it's also so important that you are you, that I am me, and that we are us. Oder? I think I got that right in English. So beautiful. And I'm so happy to live with all of you on this earth at this moment. Because we are at the moment are together creating newness and a brightness. and you're focused on the future, and I feel that. You're focused on the future. You feel where we're going, and you feel how beautiful that future is. And that's where we're going. And that's why you have figured out all last year, and I know it was not easy, more about yourself. In the winter, you have also contemplated and embodied all of that even more and held your strengths together to be also now that pop that brings out that energy. I mean, think about all these thousands, millions of pops every single second when nature opens up its buds. I hope you feel that energy. Yeah. I could go on and on and on, but you see how excited I am about this. So bring your essence out into the world. Become the great being you are. Stand up tall. Speak straight out into the world what you're here for, what you're creating. Let your energy field touch everything around you. And let everything else touch you and go in communication, in harmony and balance. And that's a super support system. And you're supporting also others. What a beautiful way to move, to start this year. I mean, we can start every single day that year, our year. So I embrace you. And I'm curious to see your light one day. Personally, maybe, or in our Moving to Oneness Facebook group, or write me how you're bringing your light out into the world. I would love to hear that. Yeah. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. Wherever you are here. Shine your light, and it's needed. Bye-bye. I'm Meilin, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast.